suck down that back straightaway. Steve Letarte knows it too. He's a little worried.
His little suck coming down that back straightaway. Steve Letarte knows it too. He's a little worried. Something like that.
Toronto Blue Jays have broken their single game hot dog sales record, $88,000.
That's what I'm talking about.
Copy paste. I had it pulled up.
Don't click it. It's a black dick.
Yo,
Where you at?
Yeah, man.
I'm about to walk into old Uncle Charlie's, dude. Gotta get my
Is that a
wallet.
bar?
No, I left my wallet at the last place.
In the
Are you not a regular anywhere yet? That they trust
No,
you?
dude, I'm in Jacksonville Beach, dude. I'm at the halfway point between myself and my Betty White's vagina strip.
Oh, nice. So you're making a pit stop in Jacksonville?
15,000 views, approaching
Coke
1,000 likes.
Coke 600 one?
Yeah.
Nice.
I spent like 4 hours on that. I was like, man, that was way too long. And I posted it and no one was liking it. Like for the first 2 hours, like, damn it, I've wasted all that time. But it paid off.
That's when it starts to get the shares. That's when it takes off. You got 95 shares on it.
Custard.
Am I in?
He's back.
Hey-o.
Ask that again, Elliot.
What was I saying?
Are you in? Run.
Ask your question again, man. Say it again.
What question was I asking? I don't remember.
Are you in?
You just said,
Oh.
am I in?
Am I in?
You sound like Tyler Reddick.
All right.
Is that what you were trying to tee up the whole time?
Damn.
Dude, I left my book.
I guess he's not in.
At this far. I wasn't planning on going
All right,
back.
Jeff Gordon has been added to the playoffs.
I'm panicking because
Jesus. What year was that and why did they do it? I can't remember.
It was 2013 after the spin gate
If I
where
don't get
Clint
my book
Boyer
back,
spun out
then
on purpose because
there's a good chance
he
that
wanted to get Martin Truex in the
Choice Glenn
playoffs, and then
falls in the next
Logano
6 to
was
9.
getting help from Ford teammates. So then they're like, well, everybody's race manipulating, so we might as well just add Jeff Gordon to the playoffs. So
I like it.
They totally just didn't talk about that season in the book that I just read.
Well, that was the first year of Gen 6, and then after that shit show, they're like, all right, well, then let's just have a playoffs.
Yeah.
So everybody that wins is automatically in the playoffs, and that's worked out great.
This is like an alcoholic going back to his old ways.
Relapse.
He was doing so good. You're fucking...
Why are you taking your book back to the bar? You're looking like my cousin, bro. You're going to blow it up? What are you...
Yeah, I got to be working. Not everybody can just rent cars all day, Streaker.
I wore a Phil Elliott shirt, and you can't even show up. Look at him.
See, renting the cars gets me decent Wi-Fi, though.
All right, we got it.
All right, so we were back at Daytona. What was it? The Coke Zero 400? I went to the New York City NASCAR Club meeting in Times Square. 15 characters showed up to watch the race. It was pretty crazy to walk into this bar, on Daytona, with the audio blaring over the speakers. Like,
Manhattan's a racing city, man. Trump knew what he was doing after all. He should have built the NASCAR track right there in Jersey City.
Apparently so. Shout out to Alex, my new friend, old black dude who brought his diecast into the bar. And he had a Chase Elliott, old Coca-Cola #3 Dale Earnhardt, and motherfucker up.
Nothing says die hard like diecast.
It's Briscoe 14, Speaker.
Was it the High Point one that he won at Darlington last year? If it was red, it was a Mahindra tractor. And if it was white and blue, then it was High Point.
It's white and red.
Probably Mahindra.
Elliot, we're talking about my visit to the New York City NASCAR Club this weekend. I think you're going to have to come to one of these bar rentals and crash it out.
What do you mean?
God damn it.
Sir, another drop has just happened.
Fuck, Streaker, is Superspeedway Racing back or what?
Well, I think what we've learned is that if you get rid of 40% of the cars, the racing gets better. So now we just have to figure out the best way to do that. My theory is that
shrink the qualification.
You got to have allegations at super speedways. Like every stage, you eliminate 8 cars. So by the end, you have 20 something. Like those elimination races on NASCAR the game.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of the solution.
The race, I had to go back and watch the highlights. The race is a little hazy for me. I got a little carried away at the New York City NASCAR Club.
I don't know what got more carried away. Your beers are But Wallace is non-driving ass on the backstretch.
Thanks for bringing that up. I think the first wreck was, and I was watching this on the subway on the way to the meeting. And shout out Painter Franklin Terry, who just followed us. We said we're going to, if you follow live during the recording, we said you're going to call you out. So what's up, Terry Painter 24? But on the subway, Tyler Reddick takes out, who was it? The
I
pickle
believe it was
car.
the 34.
The pickle
So
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tyler Reddick just takes himself and Todd Gilliland for a ride. And I was like, Reddick he's out of the playoffs. This is bullshit. Bowman's going to sneak his way in. And I thought he impacted the wall pretty good. And he starts backing it up down pit road. He drove halfway down in reverse. And I thought it's tore up. He's not going to be able to go. But then it seemed like they changed the tires and put a hammer on the hood and we're back out there.
Yeah, you just got to take time to thank all the boys back at the shop for all the things they do.
That's right. And then, as Speaker's saying, Bubba Wallace I'm biased. At the time, I was blaming Joey Logano in the bar. I was telling everyone Logano squeezed him. Logano shouldn't have been there. But upon sober review, yeah, Bubba Wallace just like not clear. And what's the spotter's name, Speaker?
Freddie Kraft.
Freddie Kraft has his own podcast, and he had to be on there this week. They're talking about a wreck that took out like 20 cars, and he's like, yeah, that was my fault. My fault. He wasn't clear.
When they were watching the replay live, but like jokes on the spotter not doing his job, didn't know that like the inside groove had moved up. So like Bubba's in the middle groove, right? But the bottom lane had like pushed up, now making Bubba like the third row. Kyle Larson may have gave him a little push from behind too, but I think it was a combination of two non-driving motherfuckers getting out there.
Even Denny got on his podcast and was like, 2311 did have two non-driving motherfuckers this weekend.
Rudy, that's not where I thought you were taking it when we talked about Kyle Larson getting into a predicament when he's approaching Bubba Wallace's rear bumper. I thought his radio would be his biggest concern. But
honestly, I haven't heard any of his radio. Did Big NASCAR did they block that from our ears?
I don't know what you're talking about. There is no Kyle Larson radio in Bossing Say.
Booty Barker takes a vacation to Lake Laogai.
I will say, as the resident Kyle Busch fan, that his final shot to make the playoffs gets ruined by, of course, Joey Logano and Bubba Wallace. You know, it was a fun run. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Was it fun?
No, it was not fun. It was fun for 15 years, and now 2023 started out fun, and then the last 2.5 years has been tough. But let's go get a win at Darlington. We finished second last year. I did want to say I was much more happy with the result on Saturday. Shout out the man, Parker Kligerman. Come on, man. On Friday, I'm sorry. On Friday, it was a very satisfying result.
Hey, well, speaking of KB, shout out our local ambulance driver here who's a big, long-time NASCAR fan. He was rooting for Kyle Busch when he came in the next day. He said, I wanted the 8 to finish. And I said, well, you should have known that it was going to end up in a wreck.
Yeah. I remember 16 months ago is when the whole Kyle Busch hasn't won in a while stuff started up. And I was on here like, y'all need to shut up. He won 3 races the previous year. He's going to be fine. Here we are. But 60 races later, the man hasn't won. He's from pit road every day. I don't know. I'm worried.
I think he's about to win Darlington. I'm not even going to lie. I think he ran good enough last year. Like, he had a fast car. He just never had track position. I think they figured something out on the intermediates. So I'm cautiously optimistic. He had a fast car in Michigan. He almost won Kansas last year until he spun out trying to pass a lapped car Briscoe. So, yeah.
I think
we'll see.
I think that you owe me a beer from now on, a singular beer at a bar every time that you pick Kyle Busch to win and he does not. I think that's the only fair rule from now. You've picked him for Darlington this weekend. If he doesn't win, you owe me a beer.
I'll owe all 3 of y'all beers.
Fair. But shout out Patrick Dixon, Sensei of Patitude. Let's see what this looks like. Who just followed us?
We got another follower?
Patrick Dixon.
Patty the Dick, huh?
Got a cat. I see that.
Nice.
Listen to his, this is his most recent picture. His 2025 goals: stack money, eliminate debt, move out, eat healthy, a Harley, travel, use all the PTO. Don't stop. All right, Patitude.
Stack the paper, eliminate debt, acquire more debt via Harley motorcycle.
Go on vacation, travel.
Goals go on vacation on the Harley motorcycle. See if he's going
Hell
to bike
yeah.
week.
Patrick, if you ride that motorcycle on vacation, you better send us some pics, buddy.
You got to go to the biker capital of the world, Frogs, Lancaster, South Carolina, Bar and Grill.
Yes, sir. If you do go to Frogs, you got to message us so we can get you some beers. Shout out Lisa Jones, who just started following us. See what Lisa's up to.
Fan Appreciation Day.
Give me some Parker Kligerman talk, man.
I think he's going to be more famous because of this, but in the record books, it's going to show that Connor Zilisch won the race. And he also filled in earlier this year at Daytona and won the truck race. I don't remember who he was subbing for, but he's won 2 races at Daytona this year, and the record books do not show that. And honestly, I think all the talk about that is going to make him more famous than if he had just won the 2 races.
The funny part for him, too, is people were saying, oh, like, Parker's obviously talented. He jumped into JRM equipment, won at Daytona. Why is he not racing? And his point was that Parker makes more as an Xfinity Series commentator than he does as an Xfinity Series driver. And I thought that was a little thought-provoking.
Well, the thought is NASCAR is the mafia, and 2311 needs to win this damn lawsuit.
The hand that fed you. If I've ever seen it.
Motherfuckers ain't getting fed. They're hungry out here. That's why Parker Kligerman's got to be in the booth, and all these paid drivers are in Xfinity.
I will say, though, NASCAR, I think we kind of talked about it last week, but NASCAR is the only, like, major sport that, like, athletes' salaries are on the down. Like, every other sport, salaries are going up, like, hand over fist, like, exponential, like, Kyle Busch making 17 mil a year back when Jeff Gordon was making, what, 50, 60 mil a year? I mean, what are we doing?
Well, hell.
Even the WNBA salaries are going up. I know they're making pennies, so it's a little different. I know they're trying to pay rent over there, but
hand over nickels.
Imagine if the Charlotte Sting still existed and Aaliyah Boston, All-American from the Gamecocks, goes to Sting, and you just see her in the Silos apartment hallway. Don't, Rudy.
Oh, man. Somebody needs to make a 3-part 30 for 30 documentary on the WNBA compensation status and call it For a Fistful of Quarters and For a Few Quarters More.
I think we need to put Elliot on the damaged vehicle clock. If he can't make it in 5 minutes, he's out. He's out for the race.
Wanted to go off on a whim and like the wild card in there. It was fun rooting for our caution Hocevar, like, and the spin up that would have caused. But like I had a strong feeling it was going to be Ryan Blaney. I wish I would have said that. Like obviously hindsight's 2020. I'm glad that we got a repeat winner. So the playoff field kind of shake out to be what it is. Honestly, I think the people that are below the cut line right now, controversial as it is, I think those 4 are probably your best chance to get out. Tyler Reddick's in a bit of a slump. I mean, I don't really see Josh Berry or Austin Dillon getting it done. And Alex Bowman.
Austin Dillon. So 7th place is where Reddick finished in the playoffs, or at least where he started the Daytona race. And he almost missed it. Bowman was 9th in points and almost missed it. How about that? Just how exciting was it on Saturday? Everyone's complaining about the format. How exciting was it because of the format? All these 2 of these big team drivers, regular season champ, Hendrick driver about to miss the playoffs. All these Suarez last year, Cole Custer and Haas coming out of nowhere. It was awesome. Yeah. 14 people won a race this year. This is incredible.
Obviously, Harrison Burton got the win last year, but were we in a situation where people were still battling at the finish line to try to get in? Kyle Busch was in, Chris Buescher were right on the outside looking in. But
yeah, so the main thing was between Bubba Wallace and Chris Buescher for that last spot. They were both in before Daytona. Then it came down to 1 spot, but then at Darlington, Briscoe won, and he jumped both of them. So it ended up being for nothing because they both ended up missing it.
So Darlington will again be the first race of the playoffs next year. I love that. Shout out Spacey Jones, who followed us.
Stacy Jones?
Spacey.
I wonder if they're related to Casey Jones.
She might be a cadet, space cadet. This motherfucker is a rapper with 2,000 followers. Dude got I have to share his story during the pod. Rolling hella weed and growing hella weed right now. Blueberry smoothie.
I like that we're penetrating different markets.
All right, Spacey Jones. Hope you listen to this.
You got to go back and tag all the followers that we acquired during the recording.
Daytona being the last race of the
I
regular
think,
season.
given the format of these playoffs, it's probably the race that has benefited the most from the playoffs because I think fuel saving kind of goes out, still there, but it's not as apparent. I think I saw some radio of McDowell asking for Justin Haley to be aggressive and then save when we get to the front, and his crew chief's like, "We're not getting that mileage. That's a stupid thing to do." And yeah, like the intensity is always super high. It's been that way for the 2 years it's been the cutoff race. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of the format. The playoffs kind of make these underdog wins harder to root for because I'd rather just root for Cole Custer or Justin Haley to get a win instead of knocking out Alex Bowman, a guy who's like
Well,
got the
listen,
second most top tens on the year.
I don't mean to cut you off. I like the chaos that Daytona introduces, especially being the last race of the season. And you have all season to get enough points in or a win in so that you're not hoping and praying that someone like a Harrison Burton doesn't win and knock you out. And if you're on the losing side of that, well, then too freaking bad. I'm not going to feel bad for you and like hate on the underdog that just got in. You had all season long. Don't be the mediocre guy that's sitting on the outside in because you didn't like capitalize on opportunities throughout the entire season.
Especially when you drive in the 7-time championship winning number 48 Hendrick car around the track every weekend. Give me a break. I don't have any sympathy for you. Does anyone think Bowman is a championship contender? Like, does it really matter?
No.
I think he is, man. He's been running really good end of year, and he's got the second most top tens on the year. You're not getting the best drivers racing for a championship. I don't think any of us think Austin Dillon has a shot at it. I don't think any of us think Haley, Custer, Suarez would have had a shot at it. Like I think Bowman has a better shot than like Barry, who comfortably won at the start of the year. I think he's a better shot than Cindric, and like you want the best drivers to be in it at the end of the year. And I mean, like
Well,
Sure,
that ain't
but you're
how
just
that ain't how the NCAA tournament works, Sweaker, and that ain't how the damn NASCAR tournament works.
we
We
ain't
want
a
we
stick and
want the
ball
damn
sport, man.
we want the damn under. If you're not a winner and you're not a super stud where your ass is high enough in the points where it doesn't matter, then your ass isn't in the playoffs. I'm sorry. You need to be a damn winner, and he's gonna top 10 his way to the round of 8 probably, and then he's gonna fall out because the man's not a winner. And I wish his ass was already at home.
Fact check y'all real quick, because I bet you there are a bunch of one-win guys right above. Like Chase Elliott has one win. Like
He's a winner. That's one more win than Bowman. He is a winner. That's what I just said.
and he's got one more
one
Cup
win, though.
Series
I mean,
championship than Bowman.
like let's say Chase Briscoe, he doesn't have his one win, he could be out, but
But
he's been
he is
having
a
a
winner.
great year.
But he is a winner.
He should be a winner, but a winner shouldn't be a playoff earner. A playoff earner should be how your season is.
All right, we're beating a dead horse here.
The Braves don't make the playoffs because they beat the Mets. They make the playoffs because they have.
We don't have
year.
we don't have 162 races. Thank God.
But historically, the Braves make the playoffs because they beat the Mets.
All right. Well, Bowman said after the race he owes Blaney 7 million beers.
And Blaney said that he'll accept the $5 million.
Okay.
Save him some money.
Blaney,
I need to cash in on that.
Yeah. We'll help you with the other 2 million if you need it, Blaney.
I think that's a reasonable lifetime achievement. What do you think?
5 million beers over a lifetime? Let's see. What else we got here? This race just felt different for some reason. I don't remember there being much manufacturer talk.
Hey, don't say that. What happened to Mr. Ryan Preece?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
So Ryan Preece is leading, and he gets hung out to dry in the middle lane by Larson and Elliot. And he kind of complains a little bit after the race, like if I had a Ford behind me, I would have won. But they don't want Preece to win because then that knocks out Bowman. So
yeah, I think that actually helps. I see what you're saying. I think that actually helps what I'm saying because the typical manufacturer talk is like, oh, we're not pushing Fords, we're not pushing Chevys. But this week, that added another layer of interest. Like Hendrick cars can't push anyone who hasn't already won a race because they got to keep the non-winner and broke boy Alex Bowman in the playoffs.
I can't wait till Alex Bowman makes the championship 4. I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Keep him in your picks then. Put your money where your mouth is, Sweaker. Put him in your Final Four.
We haven't made our picks yet.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Once we get there, you better have Alex Bowman in there.
Oh, don't worry.
And we're gonna fill out Elliot's bracket for him this week since he couldn't show up.
Danny's in there.
I'm gonna text him that. And I guess like one thing we could mention, in addition to technically winning the Xfinity Series race and getting it announced that he will be racing at Trackhouse in the Cup season full time next year, Connor Zilich's biggest accomplishment on the weekend is that Sydney Sweeney was spotted wearing his shirt.
What a day. What a day for bro.
He commented on the tweet or the Instagram or something and was like, I've made it.
Shoot your shot, kid.
Yeah, we can do the lawsuit in a second. Blaney went from 13th to 1st in the last 2 laps.
That's our dog.
I think it was a little bit of a perfect storm of just like the high line got rolling. There's all these stats like Suarez went from 19th to 2nd and Eric Jones went from 30th to 5th. So the top lane has never worked historically in the next gen at Daytona and Talladega. And it took 4 years, but we finally got a third lane to go get a victory. I think Kyle Busch pulled out 1 year at Talladega, went straight to the back and was like, why do you even pull out? Like, you're just stuck in line and have to push. Probably a combo of less cars, but it was super, super cool to see that top lane work. And the racing the last 10 laps, like you guys already said, it was fantastic. So it was cool to see.
All right. And then lawsuit. So big hearing on Thursday. Shit's getting real. Cars said they're going to sell one of the charters, and they haven't said if it's a 2311 or a front row charter, but they've said the other teams have to have, time to get ready for next year. And 2311, Michael Jordan has been on Mike all year. Like, we're going to race next year. We're going to race going forward. We spent all this money on airspeed campus, but they got to say that to keep the sponsors and keep the drivers around. They have now amended their legal stats to we're going to have to shut down if we don't have the charters next year.
Did you mention the piece of Tyler Reddick at the breach of contract, basically?
He's formally notified 2311 that if they don't retain his charter, he's going to a chartered team.
Yeah, there it is.
Which everyone has speculated all season, they could lose him if they lose the lawsuit.
Where's he going? Yeah. Where does he go then? Is he going to the 48? Yeah. Is he going to the 48?
Not after champion Alex Bowman wins the damn championship.
Really though, where does Tyler Reddick go?
Yeah, because the people that are supposed to be buying these charters are like Legacy Motor Club. He's not going there. Who's going to get fired so that Tyler Reddick can come over there, Sweaker? Whoa, that is a hot take.
In the 88.
That is a hot take because Trackhouse has also said that they don't know what number Zilich is going to run next year. NASCAR said this week explained that the way the numbers are, in a few weeks there'll be an email sent out where teams have to submit a request for each number. So like Hendrick still has to request the 24 for William Byron. So Trackhouse has got to submit 5 numbers for each of their cars next year.
Checking records, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Junior Motorsports Cup Series is retaining Connor Zilich at the Cup level with SVG and Tyler Reddick.
I'm a little bricked up over here after hearing that prediction. Speaker, you getting me bricked up?
Dale Jr., team owner and team owner and pit crew or crew chief.
And
occasional and occasional driver. So the next time that Connor Zilich knocks himself out on Timmy Sweeney's tits, Dale Jr. is going to drive for him. Nah, Connor Zilich has to get it because Cindy Sweeney has a denim blue jean ad with her. They need to put
Zilich. I mean,
Sydney, number 87 Sydney Sweeney blue jean Chevrolet.
They need to get Reddick on the. Yeah, that would work. They need to get Reddick on that Equinox car or something. They need to get him on a gym membership car.
Number 88 Planet Fitness Ford.
Yeah, that Planet Fitness is more NASCAR. Like that would work. I'm getting worried though. I'm scared that they're actually going to shut down. This sucks. I want them to be around.
Yeah, I mean, what do they do with that new state-of-the-art facility?
That'd be a good thing to share with the public.
Yeah, so hopefully that's not just like posturing. But was he saying that, Speaker, like from the beginning? I feel like this came up after Discovery, like in the last 3 months, right?
The smoking gun thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't the first time I've heard that. So, I mean,
I would feel better about it if they knew that from the beginning. And honestly, looking back, you thought they were going to give you an injunction for something that you didn't even agree to have. I don't know. I'm worried about the lawsuit. I had some belief earlier that they could knock off the big mafia of NASCAR, but now I'm scared.
What you think, Rudy?
My friend's family. They got a lot of deep secrets. How do you think they kept money in NASCAR when all the money was going out of NASCAR?
Yeah, I know.
The most recent, or I forget which judge, but he was like, "Do you guys really want to like do all this fighting, trying to tear each other apart? Because I feel like that's going to hurt the sport. I feel like we're heading down that road because NASCAR is better with 2311 in front row, 2311 in front row are obviously way more successful with NASCAR. So, but I just don't see a resolution where like they work together.
Let's do the playoffs.
All right.
You are,
We're going to
you already
Darlington this week, the site of Denny Hamlin winning the last time we were there. I was in person for his overtime win. One of those playoff drivers is going to win this week for sure. It's a really tough track. I don't
some
have my
say
picks,
some say it's too tough to tame.
especially with 10 beers. I'm gonna let one of you go first.
So
We're
already
doing first four out and then final four.
I already gave you my first four out. I think the ones below the line aren't going to make it further in my final four. Give me a Penske driver. I got to go Ryan Blaney. I think he's driving really strong, but can't keep Logano out of there. But we'll get back to him. Wild card here. Give me SVG in the final four. I think he's going to figure it out. He's going to stay alive long enough to keep it in there. I like.
Balls.
I think I like Christopher Bell and make the wall rides great again. Give me Ross Chastain in my final four.
Come on. Wow. Man's got some balls. All right, Speaker, go ahead. Tell us Bowman's going to the championship.
So first of all, as someone who's gone to the last two Labor Day races at Darlington, I do have to make a pick for Darlington, and I think it'd be foolish for you guys not to put some money on Chase Briscoe this weekend. He had a bad fast car and a shitbox SHR last year, so if you're telling me he can't compete in a JGR car, you're crazy. So I think Chase Briscoe wins Darlington. First four out, I have Austin Dillon, I have Ross Chastain, I have Austin Cindric, and I have Downtown Brown's not gonna like this, but Chase Elliott
Whoa.
is out in the first
Whoa.
round.
Whoa. Okay.
I think
Breaking
he's
Pen-
gonna
news.
I
Penny
think
ain't
he's
gonna
gonna I think he's
my
gonna wreck one of these first two races, and I don't think he can make it back at Bristol. So
my
Penny going to be punching air.
Penny Penny is gonna be punching air when she hears that shit.
he's only 7 points above the cut line. So if he has a bad run, I mean, he's in a tough spot. So that's what I was saying when he's only got one win. I mean, these wins don't get you a lot of playoff points if you only got one of them. But so those are my four out. Elliott.
God, Streaker, are you kidding me? You're talking about you calling out this the most consistent man in the series. He literally completed every lap until last week. Let's not do this anymore. Let's not do
Don't
this anymore.
talk to me about consistency.
Wearing the Awesome Bill from Dawson Bill's shirt. You want to tell me Chase Elliott's going out in the first round? We're going to see about that.
Hey, while you're in Atlanta, why don't you go pray to the Elliott gods in Dawsonville and maybe you can save him? But I don't think he's gonna make it out of the first round. And then as far as my championship four, give me Alex Bowman as your four seed. Give me Ryan Blaney. Give me Denny Hamlin, and give me Kyle Larson.
You said Bowman, Blaney, Hamlin, and Kyle Busch?
No.
Oh,
Bowman,
I'm sorry. I
Blaney.
forgot Kyle Busch is in the
He's got
playoffs. Got you.
it's easy to remember. He's got BBL and Hamlin.
That's right.
See, the fun part about it is there's only one driver in the playoffs that has more championships than Kyle Busch, which is funny to think about. The funnier part to think about it is it's fucking Joey Logano, which makes me quite. Also, I forgot to even mention this, but did you guys see Logano went to Clemson football?
Dude, you know Elliot hates Clemson because we went to South Carolina, right? And he hates Logano. I've been trying to get that on here for like 3 weeks, and he won't show up so we can have him talk shit about it. So thank you for reminding me. I'm going to bring that up whenever he does join again, because it should get
So
a spirited response.
Logano is the reason that Elliott's not on the pod anymore.
Yeah. My first four out, Austin Dillon. Unfortunately, I think my second favorite driver, Ross Chastain's going home in the first round. Alex Bowman's ass is going home in the first round. And then I want to say Josh Berry, but I'm worried about these Penske cars
Mm-hmm.
just like being incredible these next 3 weeks. So I should pick SVG to be the last first four out, but whatever. I'm going with Josh Berry. He doesn't get it done. SVG makes it. Final four: Hamlin, Blaney, Larson. Well, I was gonna pick Tyler Reddick, but now that he's beefing with 2311, Bubba Wallace in the final four. You heard it here first.
Do it for the culture.
2311 is going to have a 50% chance at either their car or owner winning the
And
championship.
let Bubba have a redemption year after like facing the grave last season.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to have to hand that trophy to two black men on championship Sunday.
Let him know who the better driver is at 2311.
All right. And then I guess I'll pick someone at Darlington this week.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Reddick and Blaney were the top two. Byron led the whole race. And then once he got in traffic, he couldn't do anything. I think the Penske cars and Reddick are going to be hot rods this weekend. I'm going to go Ryan Blaney. Doubles it up.
Back to back. Dangerous man.
All right. Anything else? Damn, I had a funny thing. Byron's crew chief got ejected. Did you know that, Speaker? For cheating?
Yeah. I mean,
I was
when you
gonna.
clinch the regular season title before the playoffs start, I mean, you might as well cheat. I mean,
All right. Well, should we just do that now, or should I wait till Elliot's back to bring up some conspiracy shit? Shout out Kelly Epperly. Kelly ESPN 85. New follower. Oh, he's a guy. God damn it. I thought we might have had a babe on now, boy. All right. We got 5 just in this last hour. So that was cool.
We need to start engaging with our followers and get like our followers take of the week so we can get one follower on here every week and see what they say.
All right. Yes.
yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, thank y'all for keeping your commitment and showing up. I appreciate it.
Do it to it, brother.
We only got like 10 more of these this year, so let's have some fun for the last 10.
If I can do it at work, that man can do it at the bar.
All right. Y'all have fun this week.
I will send y'all care packages if Bowman eats shit in the first round.
Hot. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. Here comes the 99. Here he comes.